Right, we have been successful subtracting whole numbers, and we've also been successful subtracting numbers with one decimal place. Now let's move on to subtracting numbers with two decimal places. Here is 9.47 subtract 7.32. Have a think and see how I've come to my answer. Well done. What I have done is I have arranged this calculation into columns. The units are aligned correctly together with 7 units and 9 units being correctly positioned over here. Also, the tenths are correctly aligned here and the hundredths are correctly aligned over here. Remember to arrange the sum into columns. Remember to complete the individual part of the sum starting with the right hand column. Remember to write the answer in the box. And finally, remember the decimal point never moves. 7 hundredths subtract 2 hundredths equals 5 hundredths. 4 tenths subtract 3 tenths equals 1 tenth. And finally, 9 units subtract 7 units equals 2 units, giving us the final answer of 2.15. Here is another example where we meet 8.78 subtract 6.34. If we look back to our success criteria, we must remember to arrange it into columns, where the hundredths are correctly aligned and the tenths are correctly aligned, and finally the units are correctly aligned. Remember to complete the individual part of the calculation starting with the right hand side. Remember to write the answer in the answer box provided, and finally remember the decimal point never moves. Here we are. We start on the right hand side. 8 hundredths subtract 4 hundredths equals 4 hundredths. 7 tenths subtract 3 tenths equals 4 tenths. And finally, 8 units subtract 6 units equals 2 units. Remembering the decimal point does not move, giving us a final answer of 2.44. Have a look here at my two examples. Think for 10 seconds about which one is right and which one is wrong. Think about why the correct one is correct, but also ponder why the incorrect one is incorrect also. If necessary, talk to your partner to formulate the reasoning. Right, as you can see, the red calculation is the correct method. However, the blue one is incorrect. As we refer back to our success criteria, we can understand why the red one is correct. Remember to arrange the column correctly with the tenths correctly aligned and the hundredths correctly aligned with the units correctly aligned. As you can see in this worked example, the decimal point is not aligned correctly, meaning that the 6 hundredths and the 2 hundredths are not aligned, which if we look back to our success criteria, must be the case. Meaning that 3.44 is the correct answer. Here we meet our final example. 8.78 subtract 5.45. Remember to arrange the calculation into columns. Hundredths, tenths, units, all correctly aligned. Remember to start the individual part of the calculation starting with the right hand side. 8 subtract 5 equals 3. 7 tenths subtract 4 tenths equals 3 tenths. And finally, 8 units subtract 5 units, equaling 3 units. Remember, the decimal point does not move, giving an answer of 3.33. If you feel totally satisfied that you know what you are doing, then please put your hand up and ask for your worksheet. However, if you feel that you do not totally understand, please feel free to watch the video again. Good luck.